Why me? Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're here with a new show, finally. Star Wars: A Bad Batch, the premiere. Okay, we finished the Clone Wars. It's been a couple weeks. We are probably going to do a Q&A of that thing. I just, because it's still on Patreon right now, I just haven't done it. This show, it's not a huge secret to you. It pretty much takes place immediately after. Yeah. To me, this show has some of the great arcs. And to me, there's nothing bad to me, in my opinion, but there's things to me a little more boring. I think Jedi...
Clone Wars, you got to think, there's such a wide expanse of Clone Wars material.
Yeah, you can just go to some planet, you can just focus on the clones.
Well, I'm just saying, though, that series is so long.
Yeah. That
there's some parts in it that aren't that good.
Yeah, there are parts in it that I don't love.
But this is, from what I understand, it's only been one season of it so far.
It's on its third season now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, though, it doesn't have the length and breadth that
No,
Clone Wars has had. So I feel like maybe what your criticism is, it's got tighter confines. It can't move around as much.
Yeah, because it needs to do more with its time.
But it's established.
If I was watching this
Clone Wars...
By
the time there's 7 seasons of this,
yeah,
there might be a lot more.
3 is confirmed to be the last.
Okay, well, I'm fine. Well,
yeah.
Never mind.
No, I know what you're saying, because if I would have watched Clone Wars Season 1 the same way I watch things now, I'm like, all right, where are we going with the story? And things like, because of... I would want to know more about where they're taking the story and what we're going to do with their time. And if there's a throwaway episode, I might be a little more critical of it. I don't feel that way when I watch the Clone Wars now because I didn't start watching it that way. But when we watch Ahsoka and Kenobi and stuff like that, I did kind of feel like, all right, like I want to make sure every episode, it makes impeccable use of its time. I don't know if they want us to watch it that way, but it's kind of habitual because we react and we have to break it down and we're not just submitting to it on our couch. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If you were just sitting around at the house and you were just drinking a cup of Joe or whatever the fuck, and
then you won't be.
You're just like, oh, this is my show. These are my stories, and you sit down and watch your stories, and you get through them, and you go through the rest of your day.
And you don't think about it.
You don't think about it. But we're sitting down.
And we have to think about it.
We don't have to, but we sit down and we watch this, and we want to talk about it.
Exactly.
We want the material.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into it. I think there are things that you will actually, in particular, like more than things that I care about, because you care about things that I don't care about as much. I think this show is kind of for you in that way. Clone Wars, to me, has some of the best animation, Star Wars animation, and storytelling. Rebels had, which we'll get into after this, had a couple arcs that I think are some of the best things ever. And this has one particular arc that I was like, this is the best fucking thing ever. But taken as a whole, I think you'll enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it.
The goods are great. The bads are just things you forget.
I've enjoyed the Bad Batch from what little I've seen at the end of Clone Wars. So.
Yeah, it was a nice little backdoor pilot to get into this. And what's great is we'll get into season 3 together. It's airing now, but I'm going to wait because I'm going to wait for you. So I'm excited to watch season 3 with Zach when we get there, and you'll know why. I'm really looking forward to some mysteries. There's a mystery that I've been wondering if it's a mystery, or maybe they'll just say, no, you idiot, it wasn't that. It was actually this the whole time. You just sat there with your theories when you shouldn't have been. And I think people who watch these things, sometimes they're guilty of that. They're guilty of coming up with a million things. And then creators are like, dude, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to create this. I wasn't trying to create a show like Lost or even True Detective. You know what I mean? So anyways, guys, before we jump in, just to let you know, say hi to comments. We're really excited to do this. We also have Patreon, if you're catching us for the first time. We have full length and cut reactions to all the things that we do. And we have the next 4 weeks on there now for early access. Let's jump in.
That's cool.
I forgot about this. Makes sense. Pretty much takes place right after.
This fucking guy.
Sounds a little older. Oh yeah, it's all from Revenge of the Sith. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's a name.
Mace Windu's apprentice.
Yeah.
Well, the book Shatterpoint gets into it, and it's like one of the greatest books ever. She's also in the Jedi Council in Episode 1 as a stand-in.
She's the one with the tendrils?
No, she's got a dot on her head. It's kind of kind of like Eastern Asian looking.
Not to be a pessimist, but if the commander isn't back soon with those reinforcements,
my Padawan will be here.
Master!
Where are the reinforcements?
Don't worry. They're right behind me.
I love Hunter. I don't know if I'd come in with a knife, but
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't do well. I know that.
I don't believe it. That's Clone Force 99. Sir, yes, sir.
That's pretty cool.
Jeez, to be that strong.
It's a cool paint job.
Yes, it is actually.
I like how distraught they sound.
You would think that like there'd just be so much force when those things are driving.
Well, they're stationary when they hooked them up.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah. Well, you can't kick it in gear. Was it you or someone had a toy? Those things are great toys.
I don't think I had the toy.
Drop your weapons and surrender.
If you're done hiding down there, I suggest you launch a counterattack. Another droid battalion's approaching. The General is the one who gives the orders around here.
He's right, Captain. This is our chance. Launch the counterattack.
A few more white ones, but it is a snowy climate.
You missed the whole fun.
Watching your team in action was the fun.
He has a really deep voice for such a little kid.
No, you're right. He does.
Now, would one of you please explain where my actual reinforcements are?
The General will not need any of us. The Clone War may soon be over. Jedi General Obi-Wan Kenobi has found and engaged General Grievous on Utapau.
If he captures or kills Grievous, the Separatist command structure will collapse.
A fascinating theory, yet unfortunately not something we can control from here.
Let's blow something up! Yeah!
What's the dude's name again with the arm?
Wrecker.
No, not the big dude. The guy that was.
Only if I can
Oh,
win them.
Echo.
Kid, you ready for this?
Because it was a really cool name of an episode. It's
Yeah. I remember the moment, but not the name.
yeah, a distant echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Execute Order 66.
Master.
Fucking epic song, ain't it?
You must run!
Stay away from me!
Kid, wait!
You figure out his voice yet?
What just happened?
No, I haven't.
Comm channels repeating one directive. Execute Order 66. Echo, Tech, talk to the Red Captain. Find out what you can. Crosshair, you and I will track down the kid and make sure nothing happens to him. Wrecker, stall anyone who tries to follow us.
Just tracking shit, you know. Just
He reminds me a lot. I know he's supposed to be kind of reminiscent of Rambo, but he reminds me more of Billy from Predator.
He's close.
okay.
Come on down, kid! We're here to help!
No! Liar!
What are you doing?
Following orders. We don't even know what the order is.
Stand down until we know what's going on.
Good soldiers follow orders.
So is his the only one that's working?
That is a good question. It is something that the whole show's about.
Where's the Padawan? Yeah, don't worry. Hunter's handling it. Step aside, Trooper. Sure thing, boss.
It appears the Rex have been ordered to execute the Jedi. What? Which Jedi? All of them. They're saying the Jedi have committed treason. That would explain things. I suggest you get back here. Can't. Haven't found the kid yet. Wrong.
He becomes Kanan Jarrus.
Really?
Yeah.
So is that
That is Frank Prinze Jr.
Yeah,
he
Frank Prinze Jr.,
wanted
yeah.
to come back and play the voice.
cool?
your side.
It's emotional for me because I know everything he goes through in Rebels.
Stay back!
Just hear me out.
No! You killed her!
I'm just as confused as you are.
Stay back! Stay back!
I can help you. Come with me.
Force jump.
Where's the Jedi?
I stunned him when he jumped. He didn't make it.
I'm gonna get a look at the clone troopers' helmets again. I wasn't really paying attention, but his
We're coming up on Camino.
Hunter's helmet looked a lot more like a stormtrooper's.
Yeah, it's a little different
With his
design.
180 rotations in a standard cycle, but galactic zone changes put the adjusted figure at around 205.
You sure that Padawan died when he fell?
Sure, I'm sure. Why?
Well, usually when someone falls, you look down, not across.
Well, some of us don't like to watch.
Unidentified transport. Transmit your clearance code.
What was that background noise?
Never know who we are. Must be a protocol.
Yeah.
Transmitting clearance code.
Authorization confirmed. Proceed to landing bay 1, tag 1.
One tack more. This feels different, doesn't it?
Shock troopers? What's the Coruscant Guard doing here?
Oh man, what we miss now?
The end of the war. General Grievous was defeated on Utapau. The Separatist leadership has collapsed. The war is over. Just like I said.
It is just like you said.
So his lightsaber in his hand?
Yep.
It's not just the clones on collar. All the rigs are acting strange. Let's test that theory. Excuse me, trooper. What division are you from?
Step aside.
Ah, well, they seem the same to me.
Yeah, they always treated him like shit, kind of.
Yeah.
Except Rex. Rex is nice.
Good to be back.
Smells getting worse.
11 more successful missions. Like there was any doubt.
Collar wasn't a win.
We completed our objective.
Hunter let that Jedi kid escape. Or do you want to keep lying to us? An order is an order. Since when?
Exactly. Like, they don't follow orders.
None of those clones served alongside General Balaba for years. How could they turn on her like that? Because of the Reg's programming. They manipulated pre-existing aberrations in our DNA. My guess is we are immune to the effects of the programming, though I can't be 100% certain of it. What about Echo? He was a Reg before he joined us. Yeah. If all Regs were programmed...
Probably all the shit the Separatists did to his ass.
Yeah.
The damage you sustained on Skako Minor most likely wiped out all of your preset behavioral modifications. You are more machine than man. Percentage-wise, at least.
Skako Minor, such a cool name.
This is one meeting I don't want to miss.
It's mandatory. You can't.
Is this his speech from the
Yes.
movie? Cool. Reorganized.
The way he says first is great.
So, they kind of get the mouth thing right.
Yeah. Well, it's you.
Like mocap or something.
Well, it's
mocap, I guess.
I thought you were wondering about the voice.
No, when he does the.
Yeah, the mouth looks good.
Because when he says it in the movie, he's like,
Yeah.
Galactic Empire.
There's little assholes back there.
Yeah, little Boba Fett's
They
always.
look like little assholes.
Yeah.
The systematic termination of the Jedi is a big one for me.
That.
We've got company.
Hello. My name's Omega. I was wondering when you guys would come back.
You know who we are?
Hunter, Echo, Tech, Wrecker, and Crosshair. You're Clone Force 99.
She is my medical assistant. One with a curious mind that causes her to wander. Come, Omega. There is work to do.
God, if I saw a Kaminoan in real life, it'd be
Yeah, you think
scary
of
as
just like
shit.
the stereotypical alien.
Yeah.
They don't move very fast though, which is
Yeah.
nice.
If you imagine they were like running like long strides after you though. I mean, running if I saw it, would just slit my throat, fall down.
You wouldn't try to do something back?
If I knew it was just coming, I was like,
Ninja kick the damn thing or
yeah,
something.
do something.
Do something. Oh yeah.
Admiral Tarkin, this news is most surprising. Chancellor Palpatine has always supported our cloning advancements in the past.
Emperor Palpatine's priorities have changed.
Our contracts stipulate the continued production.
Your contracts were with the Republic, which no longer exists.
Surely you realize the precarious state this newly formed empire is in.
A service conscription soldiers could provide at half the cost.
The skill level and efficiency of our clones is far superior to that of any recruited body.
I shall be the judge of that, Prime Minister.
If there were clone troopers on Endor, I think would have gone differently.
Yes. I was looking up, I guess it gets into in the books, like trying to save a ton of money is of utmost importance for like a newly formed state.
Yeah.
So I've always wrestled, like, I think they're wrong, but like if it's not out of the ordinary for them to try to cut costs everywhere. Every time there's a new state forms, I guess.
Wrecker, it is a logical conclusion that your affinity for destruction would stem from your conditioning.
You take that back.
I am merely stating a scientific hypothesis based on factual data.
Oh, well, I like
I mean,
I like to blow things up. Because I like to blow things up! Got it?
An Imperial's been sent to evaluate the clones. What kind of evaluation? Hopefully not mental. Clearly, we'd never pass that.
Hello again. Omega. From earlier?
Yeah, kid, we remember. Don't you have, some places to be?
No, I'll stay.
You want to sit with us? That's never happened before. Wow.
I like you. You don't fit in around here either.
What are you really doing here on Camino, kid? Check it out. The Defect Squad's got themselves a new recruit. Remember, to the Sad Batch.
that's a great nickname. The Sad Batch.
Who threw that?
I did. Now apologize to my friends.
I like this kid.
What did you say to me? Oh, back off. Know your place, lab scrubber.
What do those fucking guys think they're going to do?
I don't know, Wrecker is a...
That's it. Oh, yeah!
Is he the force to be wrecked? He's like a force of nature.
Yeah, he's like huge.
I know.
And he's like augmentedly enhanced. He's like as strong as like 20 people.
Yeah. He just poke people with his other hand.
Oh, he clotheslined him with that.
Echo, watch out! Where? No. Get them off.
But my tests are not yet complete.
Echo, it's okay. I understand. I don't like being hooked up to their machines either.
PTSD.
His name is Echo.
I am AZ345-211-896246498721347.
Yeah.
Your assigned medical droid.
Ha! Told you he's alive. You owe me 2 credits.
According to your test results, you all appear to be genetically defective clones. I will leave you to process the shock of this revelation.
We've got a problem. Not really. We're more deviant than we are defective. Not that. Admiral Tarkin's here. He's the one evaluating the clones. And turned into that. Yes.
Okay.
And he's another big supporter of clones. We've been summoned by the Prime Minister.
Guess he didn't find that mess hall fight amusing. Oh, but I sure did.
Come on. Let's get this over with.
The fight was my fault. I'm going to.
Not happening. Our squad's nothing but trouble. For your sake, keep your distance. Got it.
Where do you think you're going? The training facility is that way.
Training facility?
For a battle simulation. Admiral Tarkin has requested to see more of your squad in action.
Then we are not being reprimanded.
No, you're being tested. Now go gear up.
How? Maybe this Empire thing's not so bad after all.
He's always hitting people, and they're like looking at him like, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
Like it's always, you know. Of course, we've seen these before.
Is being challenged by the Empire. A combat proficiency.
He used to have his hands behind his back.
Take your position.
There we go.
You know what to do.
A battle simulation? Give us a real challenge.
You may begin.
They look like the things in Man of Steel that are guarding.
Inside the ship.
Yeah.
Crosshair, take the towers. I'll cover you.
This is taking way too long. What else you got? Give me more!
The Galactic Empire is to be stronger than the Republic which preceded it. Its soldiers must follow suit. Switch to live fire.
Admiral Tarkin, I must protest. Live rounds could damage my clones and my facility.
For which you will be fairly compensated.
Just like Vader.
The Empire will compensate you if he dies.
I wonder what the accounting department over there is like. It's all over the place, sure.
Yeah.
Vader and Tarkin doing this shit.
New toys. Now we're talking.
See, those things are pretty close to the design of
The Dark Troopers.
the Dark Troopers, yeah.
They're getting live rounds. Get ready, we'll cover you.
Why me?
He's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Oh, I built that one.
Fuck! I love the way he moves.
This is going well. These training classes are useless.
I think he should have stayed up there.
Improvise. Tarkin wants to test us. Let's not disappoint him.
Oh, that one, Zach.
I hate hand signals. Perhaps if you memorize them. What we did on Felucia.
Why didn't you say that?
Oh,
It's like his little squat walk.
Yeah. Krone and Gohan do that when they're sneaking up.
Reprogramming this thing will be pointless if you crush it.
You better be right about this.
Good thing you're a fucking genius. Yeah.
These are rather unusual tactics.
The clones of Experimental Unit 99 have a tendency to veer from standard combat protocol.
Little smirk. He only does that when he's going to execute Leia.
Yeah. That's where you use the knife.
Oh, what's that called again?
Isn't it like a pile driver or
Something like that, yeah.
No, pile drivers, you pick them up.
Oh, and then they're upside down.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking cool.
Extraordinary, aren't they?
That remains to be seen. How many of these enhanced clones do you possess?
5 are all that remain.
Reports indicate they exhibit a concerning level of disobedience and disregard for orders.
A side effect.
Yet one that has never hindered the completion of their missions.
Then they executed Order 66?
One would assume.
Assume nothing. Only the General's death is confirmed. A counter-report filed by one of their own says the Padawan escaped.
They use live rounds? On us?
We know.
Who's that Imperial snake think he is?
You got shot. It happens all the time. There's a fundamental difference between taking fire in battle and being used for target practice.
Exactly.
Our new empire may have methods which seem a bit unorthodox, but so does this squadron.
They have to be tall, because I think Peter Cushing was 6 or 6'1".
Nala Se speaks quite highly of her 5
Yeah.
advanced clones.
You're right.
If you neutralize this grave threat, you will be looked upon most favorably as I assess the needs of the Imperial Army.
Onderon, isn't that where Saul Guerrero is from?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong.
You're right. In the Clone Wars, him and his sister, well,
Is it Onderon?
deceased, yeah.
I'll say this for the Empire. There ain't no firepower. You should see the new armory.
He actually cried.
Hey, we both did.
Hunter!
I told you to keep your distance.
That Imperial officer? I think he has it out for you. He doesn't like clones.
That's nothing new for us. But we get the job done. It's nothing to worry about.
Then let me come with you.
You're not a soldier. It's dangerous.
It's dangerous here too. We need to leave Camino.
I really like Hunter.
I guess kids aren't your area of expertise.
Snake sounding motherfucker.
It's a very unique performance compared to the other ones. I like the performance.
No, I like it. I'm
And
not saying I don't like him.
yeah.
I'm just saying he sounds like a snake.
Yeah.
I told you to stay close.
I think Onderon's first mentioned in the Phantom Menace, I think, right? When they're talking about all the other people who have been elected to succeed Valorum.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Malastare, Onderon, and something else.
I know it's been mentioned several times. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
What was that? You don't want to know.
Well, this is not a swamp.
Close enough.
Close enough.
2 clicks south. Covertly. Easy, Wrecker. Your programming's kicking in.
Hey, don't start with that.
It looks like a baby version of that thing that was on Tatooine Episode 1 when it farts. Yeah.
Tell me what you see, Tech. I'm clocking 25 heat signatures ahead, but 0 droids. Tarkin said insurgents, not droids. There are children down there. Children? Out here? Give the order. Stand down. What?
You mean we're not blasting any droids?
There aren't any droids, Wrecker.
So, what do we do?
We finish the mission. Make the call, Hunter.
You heard him. Stand down.
Sounds like straight out of Vietnam. You heard him, stand down.
Guys, he's wearing a suit. Look at him.
Yeah.
The Republic fighters. Why would Tarkin send us to attack our own forces?
Because we refuse to fight for an empire.
There he is.
You're Saw Gerrera, trained by Captain Rex and General Skywalker to fight for the Republic.
The newly declared empire sent you to wipe us out. What are you gonna do? Strike us down like you did the Jedi?
Is that a request?
Enough! Expected to find battle droids. Times change, targets change. Why don't you take a look at the insurgents you were sent to destroy? Makes you wonder what else they're lying about.
He would think anyone's lying, though.
Yeah, he would. One of my favorite characters from Star Wars.
He's fantastic, and he's got some good stuff here.
The Jedi made an attempt on the Supreme Chancellor's life. His actions were a defensive measure.
And I figured you for the smart one. Palpatine will have control over the entire galaxy, unless we stop him.
The war is over.
The Clone War may have ended. The Civil War is about to begin.
With a handful of fighters and limited firepower, you don't stand a chance.
Not alone, we don't.
We should leave if we're gonna make the rendezvous.
The Clone War was a galactic civil war, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it.
The old ways are done. You can either adapt and survive, or die with the past. The decision is yours.
Pretty gracious of him at this point in his life.
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, he has an arc, and I don't even know. I mean, I imagine in Andor season...
Yeah, we don't have all the
2
pieces filled in yet.
Yeah, it's still getting filled out, because I think there's stuff in this 3rd season of this show as well.
But he's not even in Andor. He's not even in the condition that he's in Rogue One.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think he has a joy... No, he doesn't. No, he got his legs, didn't he?
No, he lost one of them.
Okay, so he just starts to, you know, lose pieces of himself throughout
more himself away. Yeah. Sneaking around.
I know. They're so cool, but I hate them.
Really cool design.
At least with the Republic, we knew where we stood. Tarkin and this empire are a whole different story. Why are we debating this? We need to complete the mission.
They sent us to eliminate innocent civilians.
Who said they're innocent?
What's wrong with you?
I'm following orders.
Exactly.
Those insurgents are plotting against the Emperor. Then you're not fit to lead this squad.
We're being followed.
Get that shit on camera, though, too, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how it works with the, you know. I think it has to go back and upload something.
I don't think so. And on Hoth, it didn't.
Well, all I know is it blew up, right? I can't remember. Did it get a picture or anything?
Yeah. That's it. The rebels are there.
I thought...
had a picture of the generator. The shield generator.
Okay, for some reason I thought Vader just... Okay.
Maybe she's right.
We're taking a word to the child now. I would not discount Omega's insight. A state of heightened awareness is not unusual for an enhanced clone such as herself. When Nalase spoke of 5 clones, Tarkin assumed that meant us, but echoes are reg. The 5th is Omega.
Mm-hmm.
I confirmed my suspicions after analyzing her DNA while we were in the infirmary.
We're going back for her.
Disobeying orders again over a kid. Bad play, Hunter.
She's one of us. We're not leaving her there.
I wonder if this would have come out in like the 70s if he would have had a cigarette.
Probably.
What is all this stuff?
My scanners are indicating an assortment of armament, curios, and detritus of little to no value. We should not be here, Omega. Nalase instructed us to stay in the medical wing.
Don't worry, we're on a research assignment.
Research assignment? Those are my favorite. What is it we are searching for?
I just love that accent.
This? Or this? Perhaps this? What about this?
Don't be snooping, kid.
This is a curious keepsake.
People will hear us.
I have concluded this space is unfit for habitation.
Unfit. Unfit to live in.
Someone's coming. Time to go.
You're not authorized to be in here.
I got lost. Sorry, it won't happen again.
Pack up the gear and take it to the hangar. You're coming.
We will not. We are official Kamino.
Don't touch me, droid.
And
What a fucking asshole. Goddamn Coruscant guys living it up over there.
Like the
Not seeing the front line.
What do you call the MPs and Attack on Titan?
Yeah, the
Bunch of
military.
pricks.
Yeah, bunch of fucking pricks.
Getting no response from ComScan. This is unusual. Find out what's going on.
A treacherous place to live.
Stick to the plan. Split up, find Omega, meet back here at the ship.
The crosshairs sell them out.
I don't want to say. I don't know an exact answer,
As expected.
but it looks like he didn't, at least on the surface.
The Empire does not tolerate failure, Sergeant.
There were complications.
I assume you know the punishment for treason?
Treason?
Throw them in the brig.
Smells weird.
Took all their armor. Like Ackerson took Master Chief and everyone else's armor. They left. Left them to die in Reach.
I warned you not to come back.
Had to. We were looking for you.
You came back for me?
That's right. Or you can stay on Camino if...
No, it's like I said before. I want to go with you.
How touching. Hunter, how are we breaking out of here? I'm working on it. You know what you should work on? Explaining when you went soft. So it, Crosshair. We're locked up in here because of him. He had us disobey orders. I never thought you disobeying orders was a problem. Yeah, we do it all the time. Good soldiers follow orders. Every choice you've made since color has been wrong. You're becoming a liability. Let's focus on getting out of here.
You're angry.
How perceptive.
I know what you're going to do. But please don't. You can't help it.
CT-9904, he's coming with us.
Oh, no. We stay together.
Stand down.
I guess they'd all still have them, right? Just whether or not they function.
Yeah.
Well, what is his status?
CT-9904's genetic mutations have altered much of his cranial activity.
Yet he exhibited loyalty to the Empire during their mission.
While the chip is not as active as his standard clones,
Can you intensify the programming?
yes.
Then proceed.
Yeah. Remember the New Republic? That one asshole.
I've got it. Why didn't I think of it before? This is a Kaminoan facility. It was built prior to the Clone Wars. There were no barracks or prisons when it was constructed. They could not possibly account for someone like Wrecker.
You mean I could punch our way out? Oh, God. You mean I could punch our way out?
If you punch the correct spot.
Right. Show me where.
You gotta do like Beatrix Kiddo.
Hit this. Here.
Tell me when. Now. Nothing happened. Are you sure this is gonna work?
Try it again. A little harder.
Oh, it still didn't work.
Oh, yes, it did.
Oh, there you go.
I'll never fit through that.
Astute as always, Wrecker. But I was actually going to suggest...
I'll do it.
Get to the console and hit the lever to lower the ratio.
Ratios. We're smart than this.
Yeah. Fucking line.
Apparently not.
Wait, where's the girl?
You tell us.
Operations, we need a status report on prisoner O219. What's behind you?
Nothing.
Move away from the wall, now!
Why don't you come here and make me?
The girl's still registered in lockdown. Tell us where she is.
Hit the switch, Omega!
If I were him, I would have snapped her neck.
Oh, he could hit him hard enough probably to kill him.
Yeah. Take their arm. Take their.
Yeah.
Well, Wrecker couldn't.
He could.
We need to find out where they took Crosshair.
And Tech is pretty skinny.
Echo ain't really a fucking strapping man either.
Yeah. I think the average clone trooper is supposed to be 6 feet flat. Every single one of them. But
The same height as Trevor Morrison, right?
yeah, I don't think he's that.
He's not even that tall.
I don't think I think he's kind of short.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks shorter than Ewan
I'd say he's at
McGregor.
least 5'10".
He looks shorter than Ewan McGregor, and Ewan McGregor's like 5'10" or 11.
We're not going to get very far without our gear.
They started moving all your things to the hangar. Your gear might be there too.
All right, boys. Suit up. Let's make this quick. No. Where is it? Where is it?
His money.
Tech, power up the ship. The rest of us will go after Crosshair.
I don't think we'll have to go far.
Is that Crosshair?
Best stand down, Sergeant. Make it easy on yourself.
Have you lost your mind?
We should have killed that Jedi. You disobeyed orders. You never could see the bigger picture. Now surrender.
Is that an order?
I guess it is.
I guess I'm disobeying that one too.
Graphics are great. Been right for him. That's gotta be useful, man.
Reckon, clear the smoke on 3. You got it, boss. Vegas.
Like Ed Harris.
Like fucking Meryl.
Who? Oh, yeah.
You who, me?
Seal the bay doors!
Cool.
Someone's overriding the controls. When I say go, you head for that ramp and don't stop. Got it? Echo, we go for Wrecker. Go!
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. He's a crack shot at anything he does, and you'll see that later, too.
Looks like Bullseye.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Has the matter been rectified?
The inhibitor chip augmentation was a success. The remaining clones of Squad 99 have escaped, along with Omega.
We must be cautious. Until the Empire's intentions are made clear.
So everyone's playing their little game now.
Yes, Prime Minister.
I assume that's why she helped.
What's her name again? His,
Some fucking.
his is Lama Sue, and hers is
It's
something.
like it's 3 syllables. I don't remember what it is.
Hey, what's that gonna do?
Is this what you were looking for?
Oh, you found my Lula! Ow!
Let's see here. Hold still.
Don't examine me. I'm not a computer.
This will take just a second.
Get that thing away from me! Ah!
Your first time in space?
First time anywhere.
Impressive shot back there.
I never fired a blaster before. I guess I got lucky.
She's not the only one.
It'll take more than blaster shot to take me down.
You were down.
Yeah, well, not for long.
I thought we could go off on our own. Lay low.
What about your friends? Could any of them help us?
That would be a short list. I could think of one. Strap in, kid. You're not gonna want to miss this view.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I liked the graphics. I liked a lot of the shots.
Yeah.
The standoff between Crosshair and Hunter at the end
It was done well.
really cool.
Yeah. So what do you think about Crosshair?
I like him.
At this
I think
point in the
he's
story,
a compelling character.
I think he's compelling, and I think I like the character a lot. But at this point in the story, I hated him.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I'm not as invested in him.
Yeah. Well, he's being a Judas. That's how I look at it.
He is, and obviously though with Amiga's kind of insight, she said, "I know it's not your fault."
Yeah. What do you think of that?
Well, it's obvious that you mean as far as what she saw and what she knew he was going to do?
Oh, I guess her insight. What do you think of her? And
well, I don't know. I think it's odd that she's never fired a blaster before.
Yeah.
And she's like providing this insight for him. Now it could be that she's privy. She's a medical, whatever the fuck.
She is.
So she could be privy to knowing about the programming and things like that. So she's aware that hey, these clones, they all have this inhibitor chip. So obviously it's affecting you.
Yeah, the idea that she's one of the Clone Force 99 technically. Yeah. But what is her augmentation? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. She's a girl.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Let's see if we can make a girl one.
I love the
idea. Female Tamara Morrison just does not.
Well, she's around the same. And I don't know if this is a coincidence. I have no idea. But she's around the same age as Boba Fett.
Yeah.
There hasn't been, and as far as I know, there is no plan. But I would love to see her in live action.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
We don't know where this ends. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like I said, by the time we get to after the Civil War, it'll be 20 years from now. Mm-hmm. I mean, she'd be in her probably in her 30s or something, or 40, early 40s.
But Tamara Morrison's a hard 30s, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a hard one, isn't he? Yeah.
I mean,
George gave me a great gift, and he's like smiling his white teeth.
His face is forever with the brand.
Yeah.
You never take him away, especially now that they put his voice into the OT.
I know, I love it. Okay, and I guess take it from the top. What do you think of all that stuff from the beginning? How it kind of feels like the Clone Wars and. That
was a good tie-in.
Yeah.
And it was a great start with the Order 66. I mean, which was a great way to end the original.
Yeah, a lot of people think that the Clone Wars actually ended in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because this is when Grievous died.
Yeah.
So they said they suffered his
It's like it's taking place
collapsed.
during the same time as the finale of the Clone Wars.
It's kind of like the end
and
of
Revenge of
it's
the
kind of
Sith.
like the end of the United States Civil War, where a lot of the leadership had collapsed, or gone on the run, and they were just they were kind of fighting armies in the field, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, like with Lee's surrender, pretty much. I mean, I know there were other armies that were active, but it's kind of like that was kind of the it was just kind of unfolding on itself.
So, do you remember Depa Billaba?
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in that book.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We have it here somewhere. Pretty damn positive.
Tomb.
Unless it's in my parents' basement still.
It probably is.
Okay.
But I kind of want to say I do, but I might just be putting mine.
She's kind of just in the background, but like she's obviously prominent in a book and everything else. So, to me, either the greatest or the second greatest Star Wars novel. Well, maybe Shadows of the Empire. It might be just as good. Mace Windu goes to Horin Khal, his planet where he's from, to investigate her disappearance. And when he goes there, Matt Stover, who did Revenge of the Sith, made the book, and he had a lot of creative license to do what he wanted. So he made it like a war-torn Africa. So it's a war zone already. And the resting state of the whole planet is war and civil war and everything else.
Yeah, but you've told me about Mace Windu's people. They use their swords as shields.
They have these big ass
shields as swords. So.
Yeah, at the very least, Carvaster, who's like the tribal. He's like the tribal leader. He's like this 7 feet tall, jacked fucking man. I mean, I read it in high school, and I only read it once, but it's just an amazing book. Stayed with me. What happens is in the book, she goes dark.
Okay, yeah, you've told me about this.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation.
And then there's like an emotional conversation and a standoff between them, and then eventually she's imprisoned underneath the Jedi Temple and their special little prison, and that's the last you hear about her.
Really? Obviously she got better.
It's just not canon anymore.
And then she died.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the Clone Force. It was great to see Tarkin.
I mean, he's a little closer to his role than
as a Grand Maul.
As a Grand Maul, and he just like he told Anakin, like he's got a special relationship with Palpatine, and he's going to go far, and we know they both do.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty much like side by side. I mean, kind of Tarkin was the premier military, position.
Yeah.
And Vader is Vader.
Yeah.
So
I know you haven't seen Rebels.
I've seen enough to know who that guy is.
Yeah.
So
I knew you would have saw it there. Maybe some people would have preferred I waited, but I knew we were going to look at the credits. That's just what we do.
Yeah.
But it's just a nice little moment where we get to see kind of, this is what happened to him.
Yeah, and I mean,
and he's like this cool little kid.
I get him wanting to come back and play his voice, but it's very, very deep for that age of a kid.
He's supposed to be a teenager, but
they made him not look
he looked
like a teenager.
like 11.
Yeah.
At least I think he's supposed to be a teenager.
Maybe 13.
But
Amiga could be taken to be anything at 11 or 12. She's not very big, and she's always just around adults, which the other guy is too, I guess. But it's really cool to see Saul. I think he was a very unique character as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
In the Star Wars world and the universe. So I liked him. I liked Forrest Whitaker, so I liked him being in that role. And so that's kind of imprinted itself on everything else he does.
Well, he kind of not indirectly, but he mentioned essentially his sister, the ones we lost.
Well, that's pretty much what resonated with him.
Yeah, and and I think it's cool. We haven't seen the last of them. I'll just say that.
No, yeah.
In this show, we haven't seen the last of them.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
As far as the Bad Batch goes, I mean,
the
do you
Sad Batch.
have a favorite?
Well, I tell you what,
the obvious one I think is probably Hunter.
I love Hunter. I don't know. I mean, for me to talk about my favorite, I'd have to.
I feel like it's kind of like the Ninja Turtles. They all have their respective roles.
Yeah.
I feel like Hunter is obviously the Leonardo.
Yeah.
But I feel like Raph would be like a split between Crosshair and Wrecker.
Yeah.
Like Raph wouldn't betray them.
No.
But he's the one at odds.
He'd go up on his own. He's at odds with the leader.
And then he's obviously
angry.
He's also the muscle.
And he's a muscle. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the Wrecker.
I'll tell you what.
And then of course you have the Donnie. Tech.
Yeah.
But you don't really have a Mikey. There's not a fucking...
It's kind of like Wrecker.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I'm still in the middle of the show, but I think I have a favorite. But if I would explain why, I think it would just give you, you would just...
Too much.
It would give you too much to wonder, well, why is his favorite? Oh, this must happen, So I tell you what, though. I really love Omega. I love her character quite a bit. I mean, what she represents to probably young kids watching this is like, they are, kids watching this are her, and they're putting themselves in her shoes, probably. Yeah. And the idea, just like with Luke, just like with young Anakin, episode 1, like never leaving the place where you grew up, that wonder, I think, is important for some of the themes of Star Wars. Yeah. If we're not taking the Andor route, if we're taking the, this route, then I think you need something like that. Mm-hmm. But I like her positivity. I think I just like the idea. I think now when I watch The Bad Batch and then I find out about Omega, I'm thinking, I wonder if George you know, like I know they came up with a Bad Batch before, obviously, the show ended. But I don't know. I'm not quite sure how much that was developed with George before the Disney acquisition. I imagine quite a bit of it. I don't think it was a new idea. But I'm like, wow, that seems like such an intuitive thing. Like, let's augment the Boba Fett, the Jango Fett DNA and do all these things. Seems like it's a cool idea, but we got such a little of it. Yeah. It's like after the prequel trilogy, and then we get this show, and there's only a few of them, and there's a girl, and yeah.
Well, they had a very big garden to grow things in. You know, they had
yeah, but it didn't happen. Yeah,
a lot of acreage. They've culminated a lot of acreage over time, and they've been planting and planting and planting, and not really know what they were. They didn't know what they were growing.
Yeah.
Until people came along and said, "Hey, we could do this."
Yeah.
They said, "Oh."
So when I first watched this, I was like, well, it's a kind of continuation of Clone Wars, except not some of my favorite characters. But I've changed my mind on that.
Yeah, I'm fine with them moving on. To be honest, we have some recurring characters, Saw, Tarkin.
Yeah, well,
Tarkin was not prominent, and neither was Saw.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I grow to love this cast. It's not like this Clone Wars. Well, I think one of the strengths is they actually rotate all kinds of different characters, but this just kind of like I guess the movies, they kind of stay with this group for the most part.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like it a lot. And Wrecker, his humor is obviously I think for a younger audience, but I think
he's like that big. He's obviously the big dumb muscle.
Yeah, it kind of grows on me a little bit, and
I like him. So I think if I had to pick of anything, I don't really have as much a favorite character in the Bad Batch as like maybe a least favorite character.
Yeah.
Like right now, Echo and Tech haven't really been
they're kind of my least favorite, but
they're not making big splashes. They're essential. Well, at least Tech is. Echo's so far been along for the ride.
They have storylines that make later on that kind of make me like, oh, I'm kind of into them now.
Yeah, Echo's story is really cool.
Yeah,
his past.
Oh yeah, it's very cool.
Clone Wars, but it's like right now, as far as being part of the group. He's another gun. He's an essential teammate, but he's not like the others where it's he's the guy that's like Hunter with his enhanced senses. Yeah, crosshair, marksman, wrecker. Yeah, it's in the name.
Now the idea of Echo. Oh yeah, I do want to talk about this. The Sad Batch. I think it's just hilarious. It's such a hilarious thing to call them the Sad Batch. I think it's just a funny ass nickname. Fuck those guys, but it was a good one. So.
Yeah, it's interesting to see these clones acting so shitty now.
Yeah,
well, they used to be.
They imply that they've always been kind of like not accepted very well. But yeah, they are all kind of assholes in general. Right? And it's as someone who loves and have really canonized the Clone Wars myself as like Star Wars, like that's Star Wars to me. It's sad,
Cool to see that perspective now.
Yeah, because it's just like, dude, I love those guys. Like Anakin and the clones, Kenobi and the clones, and Rex and the crew. It's like they would die for the Jedi. They would die for each other.
Now there's pricks.
And now they're pricks serving the Empire. Oh, and Ian McDermott.
I wonder where that's going too, because Tarkin doesn't fucking like him.
That's what the show's
an example of things we don't want.
That's what the show's about. And I think we won't have the conversation here, but the merits of getting rid of them versus keeping them, I think we'll talk about probably in every episode because it's a part of the theme of the show. Okay. Echo having PTSD like that, obviously, I think that is a good detail.
Yeah, it's a good part of his story.
Obviously, the little droid AZ1 or AZ.
Yeah, from when who was it? Fives.
Yeah,
and
it operated on them. Well,
who was with them? Was it Fives and Echo? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Rex was there, wasn't he? Fuck, I can't remember.
It was Fives and someone else. I thought. I don't fucking remember.
He died though. So
wasn't it Fives that died?
Yeah.
They went to Coruscant.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the same droid, or at least it's the same voice actor, and it's the same.
Rex didn't get his thing taken out until.
Correct. Yeah.
On the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think, or at least I can't remember the significance of Wrecker having this little stuffed animal. But I think it's a cool detail. Any theory on who their friend is?
No, I mean, I think it's way too simple for it to be Saul. So who that could be based off of what I've seen so far, I can't really imagine who it would be.
Okay. And Nala say, and just the Kaminoans, like the politics of it,
yeah,
they want to stay. They want to stay in the game.
Yeah, their station right now is very precarious. So they go, man, we're kind of in limbo here. Like, the Empire could say, hey, we're fucking cutting you off.
Yeah.
And we're wiping this shit out. Mm-hmm. And so you have nothing to sell this. You can't sell this.
Yeah, everything would collapse.
Information to anybody. I like it. I like the intrigue.
Yeah.
And the kind of the dynamics, this game of chess that's being played. Because whether or not Tarkin's aware that they're fucking around and helping him leave. I mean, obviously Crosshair might report that, hey, someone was jamming the door, was being overridden.
Yeah.
And they might look into that. But
yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Clone Wars, I talk too much in terms of, I mean, I know it's only going to end one way, but this show I want to leave you to talk and wonder a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad we're watching it. I can't wait to get to season 3, but there's some really good stuff coming. This first season of this is not as kiddie, and I like the Clone Wars season 1, but it's not as kiddie as the Clone Wars season 1. But as we go on, it gets a little more mature. So anyways, you got anything else?
I have nothing.
Okay, guys, if you don't want to wait till next week on YouTube, check out the early access on Patreon. The next 4 on there. We appreciate you. Much love right here.